So in today's class, we will discuss very important points. Okay. The first point is how to log into a machine. The machine is either Linux or Ubuntu. In second part, how to log into a machine custom code. Third one, so how to log in from one machine to other machine. Next part, same thing with custom code. Next, fifth one, next fifth one, how to copy the file from one machine to other machine. Point custom code. After this, okay, so we will discuss how to log in from one machine to other machine without key. It is called auto SSH. Concept is called auto SSH. Okay, so I'll explain these parts probably in this class. Time permits. So in this, the first part. So before that, I log in the machines. I launch in 3 machines. So while the instance are running, so I'll take the class. So clear the instances. So now I'm launching machines now. And here it is RTO box 1. So we will do this. Launch. I don't have any feature. Creating an RHL. I'm launching one more instance. RHL box. Launch existing because same Linux machine. So launching one more Ubuntu for understanding this. Ubuntu box. And also UK. So now I have launched 3 machines now. So out of RHL box 1 to Ubuntu. So let us take RHL box 1 is the main machine. Okay, so this is the main machine. So I want to log in from this main machine to RHL box 2 as well as Ubuntu box, and I want to copy. Okay, with the same code and as well as custom code. So come to this topic. here, how to log in into a machine. So this part already you know that how to log in into Linux machine or Ubuntu machine. So this part is already covered. So this is done already. How to log in machine with a custom port. So this part I am explaining. So how to log in from one machine to another machine. So this part also you know that. Okay, this part already covered in the last session. So with custom port I'll explain now. How to copy a file from one machine to other machine. So this part also you know that. Okay. So with custom port I'll explain. And with auto expert I will explain. So now how to log in into a machine. So generally, so after creating the instance, okay, so you are converting that this downloaded pen file into that wait, now I'm converting these keys into pen. So now here 2x2 checks are there. We just without any click on that notepad, I'm just logging into the machine directly. I'm taking the cookie. So when this is a default login, right? So you are using the port 22. Okay, you are passing the key, RHL key. So you are accepting the fonts. Use the font size here. So it is now you are in the Linux box. Okay. So now how to log in with a custom port. The first part I already know that. So how to log in into a machine with a custom port. Custom port means why we are going for custom port, because for security reason. So how to change the custom port. So yesterday we have seen some part. The process is same, but the only difference is we need to change the key with by logging into the root user. So how to log in into the root user? If you want to change the user, okay. So just to use the command sudo su hyphen. So this is a command used to go to the root, to make the root user. Okay, to log in, to change the user to root, so you need to use this command. So sudo su hyphen. Su means super user. Okay, so this is the command we are using. Okay, if you want to go to the again EC2 hyphen user, so then the same command followed by the EC2 hyphen user. Then so this bring to the EC2 user home. Okay, so now I'm just going to the login as a root user. So sudo su hyphen. So now see I'm in the root. In place of EC2 hyphen user, I'm just in the user as a root. Now here I'm going to explain. I'm going to execute few commands. So before that, I want to change the port, right? So the port is available in the location. So that is /etc/ssh, and the file is sshd_config. So in this file, okay, the port information and configuration file. This is a Linux machine configuration file that is available here. So we are editing this file. by using vi. So here, so vi slash etc slash ssh slash sshd underscore config. Now see here, if you by default this is hash will be there. Okay, that means it is a default settings. Now I want to remove this port as 22 with some other name. So let us take the port as, so let us take the port as 4444. Can give any other name. Okay, 4444, that is a number. Now I want to log in into the Linux machine with 4444. Okay, in place of 22. I don't want to log in with the port 22. I want to log in with the port 4444 because of security reasons. Okay, so you save and exit. So now, whenever you do the any changes in the configuration file, you must restart the service. Therefore, very important second point, you must restart the service. So with the command sudo, because when you are using the root user, no need to use sudo. No need to use the sudo. When you are using as a user, okay, easy to hyphen user, then you must use the command sudo. Okay, so here no need to use the command sudo. Using option, no problem. Okay. Now I want to restart the service. So service sshd restart. So it is throwing the error because yesterday I explained. So Linux is the best platform because it has some security is very high. Okay, when compared to Ubuntu in Linux, there is a high security because it is having SC Linux machine policy. Okay, a secure engine. Linux has secure engine is there for high security purpose. So that's why we need to allow that policy first. So for that, first of all, we need to execute this command. We need to execute this Python utils command for policy purpose. To execute this command. So after executing this command, so it will install the packages. Okay, the policy for utils. It will install the policy for utils. Okay, regarding the Python utils. So after installing this package, then we need to do one setting. Okay, we are changing the port right to 4444. Okay, we are changing the port to port port to 4444. We are changing the port to 4444. So, but the first step, you need to edit this config file and change the port to triple four four, or you can give any name number. It's not a mandatory. So, but the most important second step is once you are doing the changes in the configuration file, you must restart the config this SSHD. SSHD you must restart. So for that, what is the command? So service SSHD restart. So because the port changes should be effect right, then so for that you need to restart the service. So after that you need to execute this command for installation purpose. Okay. So next one, after this execution is completed, you need to tell that machine. So the port is changed. So for that, so sudo again go to that path sudo vi etc slash ssh sshd the config file. If you go to this path here, we have changed the port to 4 ports, and you need to execute this command. So cmanage port. Okay. So if you select in the Linux machine, so if you select like this, so that part will be copied. If you select this thing, the entire thing will be copied. That is a advantage. So if you select this line, means that part is copied. No need to you control C and no need to right click copy. It's not working here. Whatever the part you have selected with your mouse, that part is automatically copied in the Linux. So escape WQ. So now here I'm executing that command. So by replacing the port number with 4242, so click on the enter. So the port change is applied now. Okay. So now if execute this command, sorry, this 4444, right? Port is 4444. You need to tell to that machine, so the port is changed. So it's already defined. So value error is already defined. Okay, fine. So I need to execute this command. Okay. So now I'm quitting this machine because this machine is already I'm logging with the port 4242. Oh, sorry, 22. Already I log in this machine with 22. Now I want to log in the same machine with 4444. Okay, so exit. I'm just quitting here. So also exit here. Now I want to log in the same machine with port number 4444. So here till now we are logging with the port 22 now. So now here what we are doing, we are logging with 4444. Here you need to change the port name number, and here in the SSH part you need to give the path. What is the key file that you need to give? So click on open. But this is throwing the error. Why this is throwing the error? Okay, the very important reason here, you are changed the port number in the configuration file, and you have reset the service, and you are executed few commands. Okay, but this port should be, so see it is throwing the error, network error connection timeout. Why this is connection timeout? Because this machine does not allow, you are by default this Linux machine is allowing the port 22, right? So when you do setting, when you do this instance creation, so by default it is taking the port as 22, but now you are changing the port from 22 to 4444. You need to tell that the same information to this machine also. Where we are giving that information means in the security groups. So see here in the description, security groups is there. So if you click on this security groups, so right click open. So here it is showing the security groups. But if you check here, this is a security group that you have created. Okay. The details. Drag here. So in the details, okay, inbound rules, go to the inbound rules. So in the inbound rules, already there is one 22 IP that is open. When you launching the machine, so that port 22 is open so that you are able to log in into the machine. But here what you done after login with port 22, you are changing the port number to 4444. So you need to give the information in the security group also. So for that, edit inbound rules. So add a rule. So this is a default rule that is come with launching the machine. Now here you need to give that the 4444 port here, and you need to allow all the IPs. All the IPs you are allowing. So save the rule. So then only you are able to log in into the machine. Now try here with IP with the port 4444 and authentication, that is key open. Here the machine we are already given for 4242, right? That's why, because of this issue, maybe so that's why you need to be very careful about while giving this information. It's starting on, if you fix one, that you need to follow that. Because of that whether it is, I'll do one thing. So let me quickly close this and relaunch one machine. I hope that only. I'm giving this as name official box 2. I'm giving this that I'll make as 1. Okay. So don't get confused here. In the security groups, it's a very, very important task. So in the security groups, you can see here on the left side also. When you go to the security groups, you can delete the unwanted security groups. So here, what are the security groups we have? For this Ubuntu box, what is security group? This launch wizard 3. So that is you need to keep, and launch wizard 2, that is also you need to keep, and launch wizard unit 4, that is also you need to keep. So you can delete the remaining security groups. So here I have a lot of security groups, right? So I can delete this one. I think I need to keep 234, right? 234 I need to keep. So I can delete the remaining security groups. Right? Because keeping more security groups also will be confusing. 234, 3 security groups are there. Now I'm making this RHL box as a main one. Main. Now I'm logging into this machine with port 22 as usual. Here in this box, I'm changing that and doing the changes. I'm following the same process. There is no difference. Change settings. So here the default user is EC2 user. I'm in the Linux machine now. I'm logging as a root user. Okay, I'm doing the changes in the configuration files. Sudo vi /etc /ssh config. You need to remember this part. It's a very, very important part. So here you need to change the port to some other number, say uh, some other number 1111, better for easy remembrance. Okay, so copy this, double click, save this. Now here I'm changing the port to 1111. We also need to make 1111. So I have done the first step. This step is done. So I need to restart the service. Okay, so service has to be restarted. So, but this is throwing the error because the policy is not updated here. So that's why you need to install this. After installation of this, you need to tell the machine the port is changed to 1111. So after this step, you need to update the port in the security groups. Okay, so this process is applicable only for Linux. Remember, so for Ubuntu, this process is not applicable. It's only for these two lines are only for Linux. Only for Linux, not for Ubuntu. Ubuntu don't have such a security XC Linux policy. So after executing first two steps, directly go to fifth step for Ubuntu. Now this is done. Now it is done. So we will execute this step. Now this part is completed. So why? What is the mistake previously? So here we did not restart the service. That is a problem. I think I got it. So why previously we have done this step, but after that step, so service is not restarted. Okay, so here after this step also you can make it here. Then I will just make this one this step 2 and step 3. Then this step 4. So I'm just restarting the service. This restart. Now I'm exiting from this box. Now I'm I'm going to log in with 1111 custom port. So for that, I need to give in the security group. So what is this? This is the machine security groups. I'm giving in the inbound rules, edit inbound rules, add rules to give it is 1111. So IP is anywhere. Give rule. Close this. Now here you can log in into the machine with the port 1111. Let's see. Change the port here 1111. So give the key. It is asking now. So this is to hyphen use. Let's see. Now you are in the Linux machine with the custom port. Okay. Now you are in the Linux machine with custom port. Okay. So I'll do one thing. Here I'll keep the main box as this one. I'll keep the main box is this one. Why I'll tell you. So I'll keep these two are the means want to log in. Okay. So I have one RHL box main. This is the main box. So from this box, I want to log in into other machine. Okay, RHL box 2. So this having a custom port. Having custom port, and from the RHL box to Ubuntu. So that is also having custom port. So in the last classes we have seen. So you are logging on the RHL 1, RHL box 1 to RHL box 2. You are login by using a command called ssh-i, so followed by the key, that is pem file. Okay, so followed by the user and IP. Right? So this is the command that you have used. Okay, to log in from one machine to another machine, maybe RHL box or Ubuntu, whatever it is. Okay, with default port. Okay, so with default port. Now, in this scenario, I'm taking RHL box. So this is having a custom port 22. So this RHL box having a custom port of 1111. So now I'm logging into the Ubuntu box. Okay, here also I'm changing the custom port. Okay, to say 2222. Okay, here I'm changing the custom port to 2222. So now from this RHL box, I'm logging into these two machines with the key first. Okay. So let me do that. So I'm just exiting from here because I'm taking the RHL box main, right? So for that, I'm taking RHL box main. This is RHL box main. So this is a default one. I'm not changing the port here. So the default login only. If you want, you can change here also. It's not a problem. Yes. Here, user. So I'm keeping here aside. Okay, I'll before that I'm just using the Ubuntu box for changing the custom port, right? I'm logging into the Ubuntu box now with the default port 22 only. Later I'll change the port. Here I'm giving the Ubuntu key. So appearance I'm changing here itself with 18 Ubuntu. The default user for Ubuntu box it is Ubuntu. So now here I'm in the Ubuntu box now. Whatever the steps I have executed for changing the port, I'm executing the same port, same steps here. So first I'm launching as a root user, sudo su hyphen. That's the root. So now here I want to edit the key. So on that config file. So /etc/ssh/sssht underscore config. So this is the default path you must remember. Now see here in this part, so you can see the so this is the complete information of Ubuntu machine config file. Okay, so this is the complete information for the Ubuntu machine. So see here, there is a complete information you can see. You can read it if required later. So currently I'm working with the port only, right? So here the default port is 22. Now I'm changing this port with 2222, right? So I'm editing the port. I'm setting 2222. From this escape, so WQ save. I have edited this configuration file. So what is the next step? I must restart this service. Okay, therefore, so sudo service sshd restart the command. Service is restarted. Okay, so now what is the next step? I can exit from this machine. So I don't want to keep. Okay, no problem. You can keep the machine, not a problem. So now I want to log in into this machine, into this box. Okay, I want to log in into this box again. Now, but the port is changed. What is the next step you do? So here you have done this step. Okay, for Ubuntu, it is 2222. Okay, these two steps are only for Linux, not for required for Ubuntu. So this part also completed, and you need to update the port in the security groups. This is a very, very important task. Without this, the machine, you are not able to log in into the machine. So for that, for Ubuntu box, so find the security groups. So this is a security group. You can see launch wizard 3. So go to the security group. Here you can edit the inbound rules, add rule. Here 2222. Here you can do the IP save. That's it. Now you can log in into the Ubuntu box with the new port. So check that. Do the port here 2222. Do the path, key file path, Ubuntu key file. Change the appearance. Accept. Login as Ubuntu. Now see, I'm in the Ubuntu box with a custom port. Now I'm in the Ubuntu box with custom port. Okay. So what are our today's topics? So login into a machine. This part already done. With login into a machine. So both Linux and Ubuntu. We are logging into Linux machine and we are logging into Ubuntu machine with custom port. Okay. So this part also done. Log in from one machine to another machine. So you have already done. So by using this command. What is that command? SSH. SSH -i file user at the rate of IP. So with this, you are able to log in into the one machine into another machine. Now, how to log in from one machine into another machine with custom port? With custom port, now we will discuss. Okay. So now for that, so this is the main machine, right? This is the main machine, and this is the main machine. So first, if I want to log in from one machine to another machine, the same process, whatever the process you have followed in the third step. Okay, you have already done this part in the previous classes. Okay, so the command for doing this, for login into one machine into another machine, this is the command. Now, how to log in from one machine to another machine with custom port? The command is the same command, but one parameter that is added. So you need to pass. So -p, the corresponding port. So this part I already explained in the last classes. Okay, yesterday class in the Linux commands. Okay, I have explained this command. So I'll show that command. In the yesterday class in the Linux commands, I have shown that command. How to log in into a machine with custom port. Here, so this is the command. Okay, but here in place of this, we are giving here also. In place of this, We are passing the argument here. Okay, so this is the command. So this is the basic command which is login into default port, the default port. This is the custom port. Okay. Now here I am in the main RHEL box main machine. Now I want to log in from this box to RHEL box 2 as well as Ubuntu. For that, what we require here? Anybody tell me? What are the requirements to log in into the two machines? What are the requirements? I don't want to log in into the other machine. I want to log in into the two machines from this main machine. So what are the requirements? This is the command. If you want to log in into the second machine, SSH-I so them and user at the rate of IP. So this is the command, right? For login into the machine. Now tell me what are the requirements here? ఏం కావాలి మనకి ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ మెషిన్ లోకి లాగిన్ అవ్వాలంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలి రిక్వైర్మెంట్? We require this key file. Okay, we require the key file of the remote machines. Okay, మనకి టెమ్ ఫైల్స్ కావాలి, కీ ఫైల్స్ కావాలి, రిమోట్ మెషిన్స్ యొక్క కీ ఫైల్స్ కావాలి. Since we want to log in into the two machines, right? RHEL box 2 and Ubuntu box. So for that we require the keys, two keys కావాలి మనకు. మరి two keys ఇందులో ఉన్నాయా? So type LL. So we don't have any files in this box because it is a fresh box, fresh Linux box. Here it is. We don't have the key files of the two instances. How to get the two key files into this box? How can I get the two key files into this main box? అర్థమవుతుందా చెప్పేది? అండ్ మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా చెప్పేది? డౌట్స్ ఉంటే వెంటనే అడగండి. If you have any doubts, any confusion, you can ask me clear immediately. Okay, so I have one RHEL box, main box is there. I want to log in from this box into these two boxes. For that, I need the key. Okay, I want the temp file of this box and temp file of this box into this machine, RHEL box. How can I get? Where these keys are available? ఈ కీస్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయండి? ఈ RHEL box 2 key అను Ubuntu box key ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? నా లోకల్ మెషిన్ లో ఉన్నాయి. అంటే ఈ విండోస్ లో, ఈ డౌన్లోడ్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, ఈ విండోస్, ఈ డౌన్లోడ్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి ఈ కీ ఫైల్స్, ఈ పెమ్ ఫైల్స్ ఇందులో ఉన్నాయి. నాకు ఈ టూ పెమ్ ఫైల్స్ ఈ విండోస్ మెషిన్ దగ్గర నుంచి నాకు ఈ మెయిన్ బాక్స్ లోకి రావాలి. దానికి ఏ టూల్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం మనం? This is the tool we are using. This is the tool we are using, WinSCP. By using WinSCP, we are copying the files from this main instance into from our local into this RHEL box main. Okay, so what is RHEL box main IP? So this is the RHEL box main IP. So just I'm logging into, I'm giving the details of here. Host name, the default port is 22 only. User name is EC2-user. So I'm giving the authentication because we don't have any password. So I'm giving the key file RHEL PPK. So open. Okay, login. Yes. Now see, on one side we have Linux Windows box. On the right side we have Linux box, the main file. Now what I do, I simply drag and drop the files, RHEL key and Ubuntu key. Just a drag and drop. Yes, now the two files are there in the Linux machine itself. Now you can close this. Check whether the two files are available here. Now already we have done LL, so no files are there. Now check here. See, now two files are available, RHEL key and Ubuntu. Okay. Now I want to log in. I want to log in into the RHEL box 2 with custom port. Remember, with custom port. With custom port means what is the command? With custom port means the command is this one. This is the command. Okay, this is the for Ubuntu. Because we have a port, here it is 2222, right? This is for Ubuntu. So just you can type the command even ssh -i -p. Now I want to log in into the RHL box. So now what is the port for RHL box? It is 1111. 1111. Now the remaining command is -i RHL key dot 10. Now what is the remote machine? User EC2 hyphen user at the rate of IP. So what is the IP of that RHL box 2? So this is the RHL box 2 IP. So copy this IP. Is this command will work? Anybody? Is this command will work? If I click on enter, it will throw the error. So it is asking for fingerprint. If you give yes, it is throwing the error. Why it is throwing the error? Anybody tell me? It is throwing the error. Last classes I have already explained. If you want to log in from one machine to another machine, so the key file should have which permissions? This is also very, very important question. Interview question కూడా చెప్పాను మీకు. The key file should have which permissions? ఏ permissions ఉండాలండి key file కి? The key file should have 400 permissions. Okay, therefore I'm giving the permissions 400 RHL dot key. Now again I'm giving the sudo ch400 to Ubuntu key also. Now if you try to execute the command, the previous command ssh -p, so 4 ones -i, this is the key file of the remote machine, and this is the remote machine username, the remote machine IP. Now this will work. See here, I am now logging into the RHL box with the custom port. So this is the private IP of the main Linux machine, and this is the private IP of the new machine RHL box 2. So now just check it here. RHL box 2. So this is the private IP 172.31.42.0. So 31.42.0. This is the private IP of the RHL box 2. Now I am logging from RHL box main machine into RHL box 2 with custom port. Okay, now I want to come out from this. Now I want to come out from this box. Just type exit. Now the connection is closed. So again you are in the RHL box 1 main box. Now again from this box I want to log in into the Ubuntu box. So now what is the command? ssh -p. What is the port for Ubuntu box? 2222. 4 twos. Again, what is the key? -i. What is the key for Ubuntu machine? Ubuntu key.
Ubuntu
Dot
pem.
So now what is the user for Ubuntu? It is Ubuntu itself. At the rate of, you need to pass the IP of that Ubuntu.
IP Ubuntu.
This is the IP of that Ubuntu box. Just click on enter. So it is first time it is asking the fingerprint. Are you sure you want to continue connecting with the second machine? Yes. You can give yes. Now see, you are in the Ubuntu box.
Ubuntu.
That means you are login into the second machine from the first machine without login into separately. Okay, if you want to log in into that this Ubuntu box, you need to take separate, right? Separate putty you need to take. But with this SSH command, okay, you can able to log in into the second machine from the first machine itself without login without taking any separate putty. Okay, so again I want to come out from this. So just type exit. Now again you are in the first Linux machine. In this way, okay, in this way you can able to log in into the first machine into second machine with a custom port. So this part also done. Doubts here. If you don't understand again, so please ask me. I'll explain once again if you don't understand. If it is understand, so then please tell me. Then I can proceed for the next topic. This is 1111. So for Linux machine. So this is for 2222 for Ubuntu. Understand, right? So here you can give EC2-user IP of that machine. You can give the IP of that machine. And give Ubuntu. Rate of IP of that Ubuntu machine. Right?
Bit confusion, sir.
Please say end up, sir. Confusion ఉండదు. మీకు అందుకనే మీకు పైన క్లియర్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఇచ్చా నేను. ఓకే, మీకు ఈ స్టెప్స్ మీకు అర్థమైతే సో మిగతా అంతా ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది. How to log in into a machine. That is a normal process. That what you are doing. Okay, with port 22. So port 22, you are normally logging into Linux or Ubuntu, right? This is a regular practice.
Yes.
How to log in into a machine with custom port and individually. Okay, in Linux or Ubuntu, individually you are logging with a custom port, right? That means 1111. You are logging into Linux machine.
Linux
2222. You are logging into the Ubuntu box individually. Okay, so now how to log in from one machine to another machine? So with the same, with the default, this is also with the port 22. I'm not doing any custom port here. So this part already explained in the last topic. The last one of the videos I have explained that part. That's why I have not repeated here. మళ్ళీ ఇవన్నీ మీకు చెప్పుకుంటూ వస్తే కన్ఫ్యూజన్ అవుతుంది మీకు. అంటే ఇది చెప్పి మళ్ళీ ఇది చెప్పి అందుకని ముందు ఆ పార్ట్ చెప్పేశాను. బేసిక్ పార్ట్ ఇది. ఈ బేసిక్ పార్ట్ మీకు అర్థమైతే నెక్స్ట్ కస్టమ్ పార్ట్ మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. మీకు ఏం లేదు, కస్టమ్ పార్ట్ లో ఒకటే ఒక పారామీటర్ యాడ్ అవుతుంది. -p అని ఒక పారామీటర్ యాడ్ అవుతుంది. -p ఆ పోర్ట్ నెంబర్ యాడ్ అవుతుంది అంతే, ఇంకా ఏం తేడా లేదు. This is the part only that will be added. So see, this is the command for default port login. Okay, so this is the command for default port login. So this now I have two machines I want to log in here with custom ports. So these are two commands, one for Linux, one for Ubuntu. So practice చేయండి మీరు, మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఇట్స్ వెరీ సింపుల్. ఏం కష్టం లేదు ఇందులో మీకు. Now again, how to copy a file from one machine to another machine with a file. Okay, this part already done. Okay, with normal procedure. With the normal procedure, how you copy a file. Okay, with the default port. I'm saying with default port. So what is the command for copying a file? That is SCP is the command. -I. Okay, so one file you need to give and the file name or path, your wish, whatever you can give. The file is in the present working directory, you can just give the file name. If the file is in different location, then you can give the complete path. That path is called as absolute path. Absolute path, we have a term called as absolute path. Absolute path means it is starting from the file system, home, ec2-user. Okay, so let us take a file abc.txt. So this file, this path is called as absolute path. Okay, this path is called as absolute path. Even though you are in the home section, okay, let me show here in. Okay, currently you are in the user's home, right? So just give pwd. Just give pwd. So this path is called as absolute path. Okay, so SCP or file name or path, so followed by the destination path we need to give. Okay, so for that we have some process. Destination path means here I have already given one example command. Example command I'm giving here for custom, for normal default port SCP -I. Let us, the key name is RHEL key dot temp. So let us take the file is abc.txt file you want to transfer. Now the remote machine, if you take that is as a RHEL box, so the username is ec2-user at the rate of IP of that user colon so slash home slash ec2-user. So this is the way, this is the command to copy a file from one machine to another machine. So here SCP stands for secure copy. -I, nothing but flag, followed by you are giving the key file of the second machine. Here abc.txt is the what is the file you are copying from machine 1. So ec2-user at the rate of IP. This is the second machine user as well as IP. So colon. So at what place you want to place this file? You want to copy this file, right? abc.txt. At what place you want to place this file? So that path you need to give here. So this is the command to copy a file from one machine to another machine with a default port. Now let's copy a file with custom port. So what is the command? Only one parameter that is going to be added. So I'm directly giving the command here. Here the command is here -P. -P and the port number you need to pass here. If it is Linux machine, in our example, okay, in our example 1111 we are given for Linux machine, right? So this is for Linux machine. So the same command, okay, here it is 2222 for
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Got it? Same command, there is no difference. The default port and custom port, the only one change is one parameter -P that is added. But remember, to log in, you must give -p. To copy, you need to give -P. That is the only difference. You must remember. Okay, now let's check whether this command is working or not. Okay, so here I'm logging in the first main box only. Here, if you check, I don't have any files here. Okay, here only the key files are there. But I want to create some files. You can create the files with touch. Let's take the same file abc.txt. You can take. Okay, so now I want to transfer this abc.txt into a remote machine. So I have two machines, right? I want to transfer the abc.txt to the remote machines. Before that, you can check whether that file is available or not in this. So this Ubuntu box. This is Ubuntu box. Here you can check whether the file is available or not. So you can also check in the same box. Okay, ఇక్కడ కూడా మీరు చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఆ బాక్స్ లోకి లాగిన్ అయ్యి okay, you can also check whether the file is there or not. Or you can also take separate putty. Okay, you can also take the separate putty for checking purpose. So see here I don't have, these are all our OS files. I don't have this abc.txt here, not available. Now I want to copy that abc.txt file from the main Linux machine into the Ubuntu machine. So similarly, I want to log in into the second Linux box. So this is the Linux box 2, RHL box 2. I am taking another putty. So with the port 1111 and we change the appearance to some 18 or 16. So give the authentication, the file path, open. So here it is EC2-user, the default user. Now I'm in the RHL box 2. Now check LL. So see, I don't have any files here. Now I want to copy this pc.txt file into the both machines, into the Linux machine as well as Ubuntu machine with a command called scp. scp. Here we have changed the ports. That's why you need to give hyphen minus p, hyphen capital P. So first I want to copy into the Linux machine. So 1111. So the key RHL key.pem. What is the file? abc.txt. And what is the remote username? EC2-user. At the rate of what is the IP of that RHL box? To take the RHL box IP here and paste here, colon, you need to give the path here, /home /EC2 hyphen user. Just do enter. What happened? Permission denied. It is showing the permission denied. So for that, just to go, if it is showing the permission denied, so just log in as a root user. Okay, log in as a root user, execute the same command. So it is asking for a fingerprint, give yes. Permission denied. User. Capital P RHL P abc.text abc2 user /home /EC2 user. Permission is denied. This is going over. There is no mistake in the upload. The port is correct only, right? 1111 for the next machine. So let's try with the Ubuntu box first. Hyphen capital P 2222 Ubuntu key .m abc.text Ubuntu. Now Ubuntu machine IP. This is Ubuntu machine IP. Colon /home /Ubuntu. Let's try this. Also permission. This is a remote machine key only. What is the mistake? Anybody identify the mistake? What is a command? I forgot one flag. Hyphen I is missing. Without hyphen I, it can't recognize, right? abc.text is 100%. It is transferred. So now similarly you can do for Linux information. That is also 100%. Now you can check in the machines. This is for Linux machine. Commands are very important. If you miss one parameter, it's showing there. So see, abc.txt is now copied from that box. Similarly, you can check in the Ubuntu machine also. So see here, abc text is available. You can transfer not only single file, you can transfer multiple files even at a time. Okay, create one more files, def.text and ghi.text. Likewise, you can create two more files. Now I want to transfer these two files also at a time. Use the same command. File for this Ubuntu Linux machine, right? What is the file name? Def and ghi. Two files are transferred at a time. You can also do it for Ubuntu machine also. Yep. Two files are transferred. Now we can check LL, PDF, VHR here. So in this way, we can transfer the files in the real time. This part also is done. Clear? Understood, right? What
Yes.
I am doing is also 22. So with the default port, with the custom port. Okay, how to log into machine the default port. How to log into machine with custom port, the basic step. How to log in from one machine to another machine with the default port and one machine to other port with the custom. Copy a file from one port to other machine with the custom or default port and custom. Should write all these concepts. Here, shall I continue for the next topic? Auto SSH. Want me to continue? I will continue.
Continue, sir.
Okay. So till now, what we are doing, so for login from one machine to another machine or for copying a file, you will require the key file, right? Without key file, you are not able to log in into the machine. But with the help of Auto SSH, no key is required. No key is required. So without key, you can log in into the machine. But for that, we need some steps. Prerequisites are there. Okay, some steps we need to perform. So before login into the machine, that means, so for example, if you want to log in into a machine, let us take the default one. This is the default one, right? So I'm taking the same example here. There is a previous step. Previously, you are doing this one. So you are passing a key and then you are logging into the machine. If it is a Linux machine, you are doing EC2-user IP. Okay, if it is a Ubuntu machine, Ubuntu at the IP. Now, with the help of Auto SSH, no key is required. You are just passing the key, right? No key is required. So simply SSH followed by this one. SSH followed by the username and IP. Then you are able to log in into the machine. This is called Auto SSH. Okay, this is normal SSH. Okay, so this is normal SSH. Key is required here. Key is required. Here, no key is required. Got it? The difference, right? So now, how to do this? How to perform the auto SSH? You know these two tasks. You know this task. Normal SSH you can do, but how to perform this auto SSH? So for that, I'm again launching this box in the same box, which is clearing the screen. Now, how to perform this stuff? First step, the very basic step is first you need to generate the key. You have some steps to follow auto SSH. First one, you need to generate one key. Generate one key here with the command SSH hyphen keygen. Help of the command SSH hyphen keygen, you are getting the key here. So SSH hyphen keygen. So see, it will generating the key. Just click on enter, enter, enter. So it is asking if you want to give any specific name for this, the same name. So it is giving two keys. One is under home ec2 hyphen user dot ssh id underscore rsc. This is the private key. And under home ec2 hyphen user dot ssh id rsc public key. Okay, so when you execute this command, it will generate two keys. One is private key, another one is public key. So after doing this command, what is the output here you are getting? The private key and public key. So what is the private key part? So this is the private key part. And what is the public key part? This is the public key part. So this is the first step. So what is the second step? You need to copy the content of the public key. Copy the content of public key. How to copy the content? By using a command called cat. Using cat command, we are copying the public key. So cat, this command will copy the public key. After copying the public key, you need to give this key into the remote machines. Okay, you need to paste. You are copied, right? You need to paste this key into the remote machines. So where we need to paste this key? Okay, so we have a folder called .ssh. We have a folder called .ssh. Under this, we have authentication keys or authorized keys. We have a name, authorized underscore keys. A folder will be there. A file will be there. Okay, a file will be there. You need to copy that key and paste into this authorized keys. Into this file, you need to copy. Then you can do the auto SSH. Simple, simple steps. That means you can execute these commands. Full 4 steps. The first step is already performed, right? So you have the public key now with you by executing this command. Now copy the content of the public key. So just use this command. So cat. So type cat. So take the public key content. Click on the enter. So this is the public key. This is the public key. So you can take the public key from here to here. Now, when you select this text, that key is automatically copied. As I said previously, right, in the Linux machine. So if you select the content, that no need to right click and copy. It is not right click again, it will be pasted. If you do the right click, it will be pasted again. But that is not we required. So just we want the content. Okay, for that, just select the text. It will be copied automatically. Now paste this content into the remote. So second step is also done. So now paste this key into the remote machines in the folder, in the file authorized keys. So now go to that. First, I'm taking the Linux machine again here. So now here, search for the what is the key? .ssh is the key file folder. Under .ssh folder, you can see this file authorized keys. Now type how to search the files and folders. What is the command? LL. So LL is the command to search the files and folders. Okay. So see, are you able to see any .ssh folder here? Are you able to see any .ssh folder here?
No.
No, right. But how that file is there already, because that is OS file that is already exists. But how can we see that .ssh file? So I already told you in the last classes the Linux commands. So whatever the folder that is start with a dot, that is hidden folder. Okay, if any file or folder that is starting with a dot, that file or folder is called hidden folder or hidden file. Okay, hidden file or hidden folder. How to see the hidden files and hidden folders? What is the command to check to see the hidden files and hidden folders? The command is ls-la. ls-la is the command to see the hidden folders or hidden files. So ls-la. Now see, we can see the hidden files as well as the existing normal files abc.txt, def, gha. These files also you can see along with the hidden files. So see, so dot bash history, dot bash logout, dot bash profile, so two dots, so dot bash rc, dot ssh. All these are hidden files. So among these, so which are folders, which are files? So you can observe here the starting character is D here. Okay, so D stands for directory, as I told you number of times. If it is hash, that is a file. If it is a D, that is a directory, means folder.
Folder.
If it is L, that is link. Okay, so now here .ssh folder is there. Now you need to move into the folder. So cd .ssh.
SH.
Now you are in the folder .ssh. Now check the what are the list of files available here. Click on LL. So see, we have the file name with authorized keys. This is a file. This is a file only, because see here, this is a file. Any folder is there, that color will be different. Folder color is blue, file color is white. So now you can edit this file. Okay, so sudo vi authorized keys. Click on enter. Already some content is there here, previous content. You can delete the content. How to delete the content? So if you want to delete the content, okay, first you need to edit the file I. Now click on delete button, so that key will be deleted. Or you have a shortcut to delete the content. So click on escape. So type dd, 2 times dd. So dd, the content will be deleted. Instead of inserting and deleting the whole paragraph, so just you have a shortcut is just a dd, 2 times dd. If you press, that the text will be deleted. Now copy the text whatever you copied here. Not this. See here we have selected right that text. That's why it is copied. But this is the text not that we required. So here we need the key. So again, copy the content here, copy this key, so paste here. If you do right click, that key will be copied. So click on escape, :WQ. So now the key it is copied. Now give the same key in the Ubuntu machine even. Okay, give the same key in the Ubuntu machine here. session is and here. So we'll take the duplicate session. Here. Here also set for the file folder first ls-la. You can see .ssh folder is there here also. Go to the folder .ssh. Now check the files. So here authorized keys are there. Just edit that file. Sudo vi authorized keys. Now delete the content. So type dd two times. The content will be deleted. So this copied already previously. So dd will be deleted. Now again copy the key, paste here, click on escape, save the file and quit. Now we have copied the key from the main machine into the two submachines. Now the thing is we have done the third step also. We have done the third step. We have copied this here. Now the next one we need to check this one whether we are able to do auto SSH or not. So for that the command is SSH. Okay, what is the remote user? EC2-user at the rate of what is the IP of the Linux machine? RHL box to write this one. Whether this is success or not, it is throwing error message. Why it is throwing error message? We are done correctly. There is no mistake there. But here in the command, one parameter is missing. What is the parameter? See, these two commands are used for default ports. These two commands are used for default ports. But previously we already changed the ports, right? Custom ports are there. We have. Okay. For custom ports, the command is different. What is the command for custom ports? So this is the command, right? For custom ports. This SSH. So this is the command. This is the command for custom ports. I'm just copying the same here for default ports and default ports. Default port. This is for custom port. Now, which part I need to remove here? I don't want because as I completed this part, right, copied the key file. Therefore, this is not required. Here also, this is not required. Got it? అర్థమవుతుందా అందులో ఏమీ లేదండి ఒకటి డిఫాల్ట్ పోర్ట్ కస్టమ్ పోర్ట్ అంటే డిఫరెన్స్ చూసుకొని చాలు ఏం లేదు రిమైనింగ్ విల్ బి సేమ్ సో హియర్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మిస్సింగ్ here I need to pass the port along with the command. So SSH -p 1111 EC2-user. What is the IP? So when you execute this command, it is asking the password. It is okay. It is asking the fingerprint. Okay. Is the type is correct? Let's log in from Ubuntu first. Ubuntu. Here, 156. Nothing but machine 1 right. Yeah. Take the Ubuntu box IP. So permission enable. We have copied the packet key only, right? So let us copy the entire thing and this one. So this we are Ubuntu is 2.2.2 only, right? Oops. The ports here 2.2.2 only. Here. Something issue with the key here. Okay. Tomorrow again I'll explain this auto SSH concept. The procedure is same. There is no difference here. The only thing is we are removing this credential part, that is key part, and we are logging into that machine. Okay, the same procedure. There is no difference. Okay, first we are generating the key. We are copying the content of the public key into that this folder. Okay, and just we're doing we are executing these commands with the custom code. We are executing these commands. If it is normal, yes, we are logging directly. Okay. Right. Tomorrow, we will to explain the topic, two topics, auto SSH again, and one more topic, OS management reports. So, with these topics, so Linux is completed. From Monday onwards, I will start the Git classes. Any doubts in this today's classes? Just practice number of times, otherwise there will be confusion here. These commands are simple commands only, but okay, it will be confused. Clear?
Right.
Yeah. Practice these 6 cases. Tomorrow I'll explain the seventh class again. After that, a small concept is there. So how to install the packages in the Linux. That part I'll explain. Yeah. Any doubts in this session, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can close the session. Okay, right?